Hi friends, Sharon from Mad Paper Crush here. I am going to be doing a review today. Artistro reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in reviewing one of their products. And so they sent me this lovely watercolor paint set that has 48 colors in it. And I thought I would do a little review today. So I hope you'll join me as we take a look at this and do some playing with some watercolor. All right, so first let's take a look at the box here. It's a beautiful green color, and on the back it kind of tells you everything that's in there. So it has all the different colors with their numbers on there, and it looks like there's everything, the full rainbow of colors for sure. And then some grays, that's really great. Some watercolors, and then some fluorescents as well. So I think that's very interesting, and it also tells you what else it includes, but when we open it up we'll take a look at all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And you can see the box itself. Oh my goodness, it's adorable, and it is that same green color of the paper box, but this is a little metal tin, and it's got kind of a raised decoration on there. It's really pretty. And then the back looks like the back of the box as well, so you kind of know what all is in there. And then it also came with 10 sheets of acid-free paper. So let's just open this up real quick and take a look at what these are. So it looks like a little, I was going to say a pad of paper, but I think they're all loose pieces of watercolor paper, and it's pretty thick like watercolor paper normally is, and textured as well. So I am certainly not a watercolor artist. I am not a professional watercolorist, so you'll have to bear with me as I go through some of these things that you probably know more about than I am, or I do. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look in here. So let me move these over to the side. Okay, looks like we have a swatch paper in here, and this is the same paper I think that's over here, so it feels very textured, but I like that it kind of allows you to add your own swatches to it. And then, I'm creative. What's your superpower? Isn't that cute? A little sticker in there. And then there is an eraser, a pencil sharpener, little metal pencil sharpener there, a sponge, and then it looks like there's a couple of little palettes underneath here for you to mix some paint up into if you wanted to. And then there's a very precise tip brush there. And this, I believe, I can pull it out, is the pencil. Yep, there's the pencil there. It's a drawing pencil. I'm assuming that it's just sort of a regular, graphite pencil. And then there is also a watercolor, a water brush in here. So you can fill the bottom, I don't know how you take this apart, just like this. You can fill the bottom with water and then push the water up through the brush there, and then you don't have to have sort of a jar of water with you. You can take this on the go. So this is probably a really nice set, also because it's so compact for you to be able to take with you on the go, I think. And then there is also, which I just noticed here, there is also a plastic palette here, so you can see all of the colors that are in the palette are also on this little plastic piece that you can keep with you. So you have a swatch here that you can use, and then there's a swatch here. And then here are all the colors. You can see how pretty they are. Little palettes in there. I was just trying to see, because they look like little chiclets in here. So I wanted to see if they're attached, and it looks like they are. So I think all that's attached. So if I wanted to flip this over, nothing's going to fall out. It's all staying in there. So I think they are the pigments are kind of glued in there. But isn't that a beautiful palette? So let's go ahead and do some playing. Okay, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in my little swatch here that they've given me using the brush that they've provided to see how that goes. And because I'm left-handed, this is going to be a little interesting. So because I'm probably going to want to start at this side and move over this way so that I don't end up putting my hand in some of the wet paint. So now all of the colors are on here in the same order that they are in the box here, but there isn't the same number here. So when I look at this, like if I wanted to start in the top corner here so that I didn't put my hand over everything, I'm going to be starting with Scarlet, which isn't the last one in the palette here. So I need to match those up so that I'm starting at the right place to do my swatching. So I'm just going to get some water on here, and then we're going to start with that Scarlet, which is 14 here, and let me just make sure I have that right. So it's this one that is the Scarlet. So let's just get a little on here. Oh, it is a beautiful color. And I'm just going to add a little bit more water kind of as I go here, just so we can see how it would blend out. I think that looks pretty cool. And so now I'll go to the next one, which is, next one over is Brilliant Red. Let's take a look at that one. I think I might have gotten a little too much water on the first one. So let's do a little less water. See if we can pull it down. And get it to just wash out there. Yeah, I like that. And I'll do one more, and then I will probably, whoops, speed this up a little so that you don't have to watch me do this whole thing like this. But I just want to try to get an idea of how all these colors come together. And I do like having a swatch if I am doing some watercolors. And like I said, I'm no watercolor artist, don't get me wrong here. But it's kind of nice to have the color swatch with the dried colors so that you can really see you know, what colors you're working with. So I'm going to go ahead and finish working on this color swatch, and then we'll try some other things. All right, now that I have my swatch done, and just doing the swatch, I really like these colors. They're so bright and vibrant, you know, just as they are in the pan. So I really like the way they look here. Now, I just thought I would I'm no watercolor artist for sure. So I thought I would just do a little design, a little watercolor design. So I've added some painter's tape to one of the watercolor papers that I received with the kit. So I thought this would make a fun little bookmark or something like that that I could put inside of a journal, maybe even a pocket, or who knows. So I thought that I would just kind of start with this, and I would just do some watercolor in these triangles, blending the colors and watching how they work together. So I'm just going to put some music on, and I'll let you kind of watch me work here and maybe see how these watercolors come together. this is dry now, so I'm gonna just carefully take off my tape here and see what we came out with. I'm gonna try not to rip the paper. Let's see here. I have to first get these edge pieces off. All right. See how we did here. This tape is working pretty good, better than I thought it would. Okay, now these are all layered together, so I'm gonna try and figure out which ones are on top and pull them off first. Ooh, I love the lines that it's creating. And I don't know, I really, I liked the process of letting the colors sort of blend together. I think that this set really does that well. And I love how it's just a menagerie of color, but yet there's that stark lines in between each one. I probably could have even cut these papers down a little bit less. I think this is 1/4 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch might have been even better, but look at that. I love the way that it looks there. Okay, so there is my little sample of watercolor, just a mix of watercolors, and I love it. The colors, this is, you know, one coat. I wet down all the triangles before I started working on them, and then I, you know, put the colors in, and they're so bright and vibrant. They dry so pretty. I really like the way that works. So the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to try a little bit of, now I'm just gonna put this up here. So I wanted to try some of the metallics, and I thought it would be fun to try something on black paper. Now, I don't have black watercolor paper, so I did a little test on this, and I think it's going to work the way that I want it to work. So I'm just going to cut a piece of paper. Here, let me see how wide this is first. This is about 6. Let's go maybe, no, let's go 5, maybe. Just so I can, once again, have some room around the edges to put my tape on. So I'm going to tape this down again, and then I'm just going to put one single line down the middle. So I'll be back after I get that done. Okay, I have my paper all ready to go, and I'm going to use a little bit different brush this time because I want to make some big strokes here. So I'm just going to be using, I think I'm going to try to use all 4 of these, maybe just 3, since these are kind of all warm colors, this gold and bronze and copper metallics here. And then maybe one other color. I'm not sure how it'll turn out on the black, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I dried this one up again and we'll see how it turned out. I was trying to put some second coats on, and I know this is because of my paper, but it doesn't seem to cover very well. I mean, the metallics I think look great, but the regular color here didn't do so hot. But I think it was my paper, not the paints at all. So I like this design, so we'll see how it turned out. And I was trying to put a little bit of second coats on some of the metallics as well, and that seemed to take a little bit better. So I'm just gonna, once again, carefully take off my tape and see if we have the design that I was trying to go for. Oh, this is tearing some of the paper. Ugh. I did all right, but not great. But once again, I knew this paper, I mean, this is really just, it's a nice cardstock, but it's still just a cardstock. It's not, you know, meant to be a watercolor paper. But I really wanted to try the metallics on it because they weren't showing up as good when I tested them out on the white papers, but they really, I think they're nice on these black papers. Yeah. This out of the way, and yeah, I really like the way that turned out. I think that turned out really kind of cool. And maybe what I'll do is I'll really let it good and dry, and then maybe I'll go over this again and see if it'll take some more. I could even, you know, if I wanted to keep those different colors there, I could even maybe go over with some different acrylics or something like that. But you can see the metallics really are bright and shiny. I think they are really, really cool. All right, well, I've had some time to play with this Artistro watercolor paint set, the mint set with the 48 colors in it, and I really like it. So if you want to try this out, you can head over to Artistro and you can use the promo code that I've left in the box down below if you'd like to check it out and see their other products that they have on their site as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, friend. I had a really good time playing with some watercolors. I hope that you'll go out and play with some as well. Take care, friends. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.